Loud, arrogant, and belligerent are these views on African American women in society. These are the traits that the media, for example, commercial ads, constantly remind its audience stereotypes of African American women. Author Sarah Yosef expresses opinion in her 2009 article, Why Can't Ads Get Black Women Right?, about commercial ads continually displaying negative images on how black women behave. The messages in specific commercials such as State Farm, KFC, and Discover Car forwards with Yosef's idea that commercials over time uses stereotypes in order to promote their product. This leads to Yosef's ultimate issue explained in her article that commercial ads constantly misrepresent African American women as either a sex symbol, sassy, or quarrelsome. To begin with, Yosef stated her article was illustration start. Oh, to begin with, Yosef started her article with an illustration of the KGB extension commercial starring only African American women in a salon. The commercial focuses on a woman adding extensions into her hair, and then she's questioned the origins of her natural extensions. She requested information from her KGB device, and the commercial setting transferred to a yak farmland overseas. After receiving information on the source of her natural extensions, her response included attitude, sass, and arrogance. "Oh no, you better not be putting no yak up my weave," exerted the woman. Yosef then questions, are these the particular views that others have of black women? The commercial portrayed African American women to be ignorant. The woman who is expressing herself about her weave uses slang. The commercial setting expressed the priorities of African American women getting their hair done specifically with weave. Social media expresses that black women are ignorant for spending hundreds of dollars on installing and purchasing weave, which is looked down upon. The commercial sparked a controversy within the African American community against the KGB company, resulting in the commercial being taken off the air. Furthermore, outraged like many other black women, Yosef made a valid point about various other commercials that displayed women in a negative image. Yosef stated the default image in black ads, especially those targeting black women, often conjure the same old disrespectful stereotype and characterization: loud, boisterous, hypersexualized, and ignorant, which is seemingly a representation of the entire African American community. She gave another example of a McDonald's commercial which also offended African American women. According to Yosef's article, the commercial displayed a black woman gulping down chicken nuggets on an airplane, followed by a white flight attendant attempting to retrieve the woman's plate of nuggets. With much attitude and sass, the KGB commercial, the woman slashed the flight attendant's hand and replied, "You better don't." This commercial was removed from air immediately because of the offensive message it portrayed to the public about not only black women but black people in general, the chicken lovers. Black people's love for chicken is also shown in Popeye commercials as the face of the ad is Auntie Annie, modern day Mammy, according to Yosef. Many commercials have tried to relate to black people through offensive stereotypes in order to uplift their companies, but the outcomes are diminishing the reputation of African Americans, especially women. This doesn't apply only to African American women, but other minorities. Furthermore, the particular State Farm insurance commercial is an example of a negative stereotype used to represent African American women in order to endorse their products and service. The commercial featured a young black heterosexual couple. The ad instantly started with the black woman bickering at her boyfriend about being too close to the silver car parked behind them. The woman's attitude was snappy, loud, and outrageous. The commercial wasted no time to display the negative image. The camera started with a shot of the whole incident to convey what the woman was arguing about. The setting took place in what looks like a downtown metropolitan area that requires parallel parking. The atmosphere of the area is busy in broad daylight, seemingly midday, so everyone is aware of the issue as other cars pass and the woman continues to bicker. There isn't much conversation because the black woman lecturing her boyfriend about backing their SUV into the smaller silver car behind them gave him no chance to speak or justify his action. The commercial started with her one hand crossed and the other while other with one hand crossed and talking with the other, exclaiming, "I told you were too close, but nobody ever listens to me. No, 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 no." The commercial then zooms into the man's face, looking at his girlfriend with disgusted attitude at the corner of his eye. The commercial then changes, and the camera then changes, and is currently back on the black woman as she continues. "I mean, who does that? Backs another car into another car. You know what? You make my ham numb." This specific part shows that black women are irrational as they play that angry black woman role. "I can't even, ugh." Then, fed up with the complaints, he interrupts her with a famous commercial slogan, "Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there." The camera shot instantly changed to show the Latina woman, a State Farm agent, appearing in between the couple. She then walks towards the accident and replies, "I'll take care of this," looking down at her notepad and paper. The commercial is sending a subliminal message about black women compared to other women. Black women are filled with attitude, judgmental, and useless. Frustrated with her current boyfriend, the black woman suddenly says, "With a new boyfriend," and then a more attractive, muscular black man appeared with his shirt off. She then claps with happiness. Her boyfriend, with the same voice as the last man, states, "With a new girlfriend." Then a more sexualized, lighter-skinned woman appeared, revealing her body, and this is how society symbolized the appearance of a black woman. The new girlfriend, like the new boyfriend, voices still remained the same. With the same tone and sass, she replied, "Oh, this is what you like," grinning. The new boyfriend replied, "Yes, it is." The camera shot then zoomed into the great agent's face as the woman replied to her boyfriend, "I was perfect the way I was." The agent turned her head in awe and then stated, "Okay." The scene changed into a red screen with the famous State Farm jingle. Then a completely different voice narrated, "State Farm agents are there when you need them," with State Farm on the red screen. The commercial supports the idea that ads promote ugly stereotypes about black women. Commercial ads continue to build the idea over time to viewers of all ages that being a black woman means you're automatically a chicken lover, which is another negative old stereotype. For example, the KFC commercial that was automatically dragged off the air because of the destructive image it gave a black woman. The commercial ad with a young black girl who seemed to be the commercial started with a young black girl who seemed to be around the age of 10. The commercial setting starts with a little black girl looking out the window at the huge city ahead of her. The shot then transitions to her face, showing she is walking to the dinner table, where it is just her and her mother and herself. This particular scene exhibits another stereotype that black women are always single, playing the role of superwomen struggling on their own. The little black girl and her mother lived in what seemed to be a studio apartment in the city. It turns out that they are getting ready for a day ahead because of the little black girl has a school uniform on and is eating breakfast with orange juice on the table. Her mother then approaches her speaking another language, so it's clear that they're not living in the United States. The scene then changes to a closer glimpse of what the city really looks like beyond the window. The busy city appeared to be in a well-populated Asian country, preferably China. Then the scene changes again to the little black girl and her mother trying to catch a bus or a taxi for a means of transportation in this chaotically busy city. They finally made it on a taxi that looks like a carriage with an engine. As the little black girl is traveling on the taxi, she is scoping out the city that she's not fond of. The shots of the camera are displaying the culture of the Asian city. After she departed the taxi, she is now walking around with amazement, observing every little corner, which is crowded with a shop or market. The little girl finally arrives at school, where she's the only one of color among many. The whole school is lined in a specific formation in order to perform their morning rituals. The little black girl not only stands out because of the color of the skin, but because of the culture she is strange, but because the culture is strange to her she tries to fit in. The camera shots displayed her making an effort to learn the culture at school by participating in class and learning to eat with chopsticks, which it seemed to fail because she still haven't made any friends as she sits at the lunch table alone. At the end of the day, an Asian girl, her classmate, noticed her effort, so she walks up to the black girl and started licking her fingers as if she had food left on them. This was her way of communicating with the black girl. This notion is offensive because the little black girl automatically understood as if finger licking is universal to every black woman. The Asian girl took the black girl's hand and led her to KFC. This was when the soft background music became louder and more exciting because the black girl smiled as she found something she can relate to: fried chicken. They ran into KFC together and started mingling with their peers, laughing and sharing a bucket of chicken, licking their fingers. This was the happiest the little black girl has been throughout the commercial. The commercial scene then transitioned to outside in the city, ending with the one of the taxi displaying the KFC logo. This outrageously discriminating commercial promotes Yosef's argument about companies making general racist assumptions about black women in order to advertise their product. Moreover, another commercial that also supported Yosef's claim was this particular Discover card commercial. The commercial setting started with a black rounded figure woman sitting at a dinner table with numerous amounts of paper piled in front of her. She is making a phone call to the representative of Discover Card regarding a question on her card statement, which she is holding as she's talking on the phone. The representative answers the phone. "Discover Card, how may I help you?" The camera shot then changes to another full-figured black woman with weave sitting in a gray cubicle around a desk in front of a computer with a wireless headset. The two women are different women but resemble each other so much, making it hard to differentiate. This shows the company's idea of the image of black women. A mammy, full-figure Southern maid who nursed white children. As the women converse, the camera shot transitions back and forth between the two. The woman around the kitchen table then replied, "Oh, you're real?" And then the other black woman exclaimed, "You know I'm real. With our new Discover Card, we're always here to talk." With much sass in her tone, the woman continues, "Well, good, 'cause I don't have time for machines." The representative replied, "Some companies don't understand the power of conversation. Real people, it's like I was talking to a land of machines." The conversation was so idiotic as it carried on that the initial woman with a question forgot the reason why she called. The two women shared a boisterous and arrogant laughter as they crackled like two chickens. Overall, it is justified that commercials over time are prone to using negative stereotypes of African American women in order to promote their products. The previous commercial mentioned throughout forwards with Yosef's main argument in her article. Black women are constantly and continually being misrepresented by negative stereotypes used years ago. Today is a new era, and with many civil rights movement for race and gender, it is difficult to receive equal opportunity if a particular group, African American women, is being publicized in a negative way. Noisy, aggressive, arrogant, these are the traits that advertisers distinguish African American women, and when are they going to put a stop to this false advertising?